Hello, and welcome to
Papi Approved Movies.
My name is Papi.
And I'm Natalie.
In our podcast, we'll review and critique my favorite PG-13 movies.
Movies that I wasn't allowed to watch until I turned 13.
Once a month, Natalie and I will watch a new PG-13 movie.
And I'll see if Papi's movies live up to the hype.
Which, of course, they will.
Today we're going to be watching Street Fighter.
Before we begin, there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie and don't want it to be spoiled,
Press pause and come back when you're finished. Now, Papi, tell me the dates on this movie.
hello, Natalie.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm sleepy.
All right, I'm excited to talk about this movie. Street Fighter came out in 1994 with a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. It's not streaming anywhere. We had to rent it on Amazon. It was written and directed by Steven E. D'Souza. Main stars are Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, and Ming-Na Wen. Fun facts, Natalie and I love to play Street Fighter together, but only the OG Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting Championship Edition.
That doesn't sound very OG.
Yeah, it's not the first one.
We added a few layers to it.
It's not the second one. It's not the second Championship Edition one. It's like the fourth one. And anybody who's ever played Street Fighter knows Hyper Fighting Championship Edition is the jam. So what'd you think of the movie?
It was okay.
Yeah?
I was a little confused.
Why?
There was like a lot going on.
There was a lot of talking going on. Even when I was doing the recap, there was a lot of talking as opposed to showing. So it was a little bit confusing. Poorly written movie. It's renownedly hated. Like nobody likes it. And I remember liking it okay. Being disappointed because it wasn't the Street Fighter that I wanted it to be. But I thought, watching it this time around, I thought it was kind of fun. And it was just ridiculous. I think it didn't try to be ridiculous, but then we can have fun watching how ridiculous it was.
Well, there's a new one coming out soon. I think it looks more serious.
It does, and it has like a bunch of like famous movie stars and things that are going to be in it. So hopefully we'll go watch that. Maybe we'll do a bonus episode on that.
But I also don't know if, like, what is the good approach to making a movie about a video game? Like, it's a video game where the characters go flying and go, ah, when they die, and they, like, have special moves and stuff.
And they throw fireballs.
Yeah, so it's not realism at its finest. So I wouldn't really know what would be best for a video game movie.
I think this movie took itself too seriously. At the time, I think they thought that they were making like a real seriously good movie. And I think that's why it got hated on. If they were like lean into it and just be kind of ridiculous, I think people would have enjoyed it more. And if you watch it now, obviously many, many years later, and we go, oh, it's pretty ridiculous. You can laugh at how ridiculous it is. Then I think you can have a good time. Well, how many stars did you give it?
3.5.
Okay, so you didn't hate it. You thought it was pretty entertaining then. And do you think that you would have given it 3.5 stars if it wasn't an IP that you knew?
Well, I actually don't think it had very many references to the game.
Well, it had all the characters.
But that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they did some adding of people here and there that kind of didn't fit, but just to make it work.
I felt like they were just doing cameos with the movie.
Cameo? Was that a pun? Oh,
no.
Cammy's a character.
I also think the whole plot of like having all the countries into one was just a way to get all of the characters together.
Yeah, because, they're all from the World Warriors, right? So they're from all around the world.
I also think the fighting itself wasn't similar to the game. Like, obviously, people aren't going to be doing like crazy tricks because they didn't have like CGI and stuff.
Yeah.
But every person has their own like fight style in the game that goes with like a martial art, and I feel like everyone just kind of fought the same in this movie. Well,
there were some moves from the game. E Honda being one of them. He does the arm, like where he's like punching a lot. Ryu does an Hadouken, but no fireball, just with a punch.
I also feel like they were rushing to get them in their costume.
Yeah, like they had a reason. I don't know, not really a reason to put them in, but they did.
There's even a few where it switches to like someone else. It switches back to them and they're in a different outfit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me. I didn't notice all those.
Why don't we get into the recap?
Okay. Movie begins with reporter Chun-Li on TV reporting the news. The country of Shadowloo is in a civil war. Dictator M. Bison has taken over the region and kidnapped 63 humane relief workers. The ANF Allied Nations forces, led by Colonel Guile, are on the ground trying to get the hostages back and stop Bison.
And Bison seems like Eggman to me.
Guile gets on the news report and Chun-Li threatens Bison. Bison responds by saying if he doesn't get $20 billion in the next 3 days, he will kill all the hostages. At Bison's base, Bison shows off his amazing fighting skills by killing ANF soldiers in one-on-one combat. He spares soldier Carlos Blanca to use for experimentations. Blanca happens to be Guile's best friend. Bison is creating a perfect killing machine to use to take over the world. He uses his prisoner, renowned scientist Dr. Dalsum, for the experimentation. Blanca will watch only violent videos to brainwash him to only think violent things. Then they introduce mutagens to his body to increase his muscle mass and transform him into a beast.
I don't understand this because he's lived an entire life. So how does
putting
5 hours of violence change anything? And also it's like worldwide violence and stuff. He's like seen this stuff on the news. Like
he's a soldier.
Yeah, and he's a soldier, so
Yeah.
I don't see how he can be brainwashed that quick. I also don't understand why he doesn't just close his eyes.
I don't know, you're right. I mean, there's a lot to it. It is kind of funny because you're brainwashing. And then later on, Dawson puts like happy thoughts in his mind. And then now he's capable of good. And this was all before the mutagen got in. So it's not like, oh, the mutagen plus this made it happen. No, they were doing this before they introduced the chemicals into his body.
He's not like a 5-year-old. He's lived an entire life.
Sure. Blanca, his name is not, I don't know what his real name is in the video game, but it's not Carlos Blanca, or at least it's not Charlie. Guile's best friend is Charlie, who gets killed in one of the video games. It's not the same guy. Later on, you can actually play Charlie, and it's a guy that fights like Guile. He does sonic booms and everything.
So they just merged the two characters?
They did, yeah. Which made no sense. But I do like Blanca.
But how can Carlos be Charlie? It's the same. It's just a different version of the name.
It's just a nickname for Carlos, Charlie.
I don't like it.
You know, also, he didn't call him, the guy called him Carlos, and then Guile recognized it's Charlie when he hears him over the newscast.
I kept thinking that Guile was Charlie.
No.
Because I thought he was like Charlie Guile, and that he was like, Charlie. Like, I thought he was trying to be like, it's me. Like, don't fight me.
No. Why would he have? Actually, I think in the Alpha series, you can play Charlie. So maybe we'll try it out when we play next time. You can see Charlie who he is. For reals, not Blanca. We meet hustlers Ken and Ryu in an underground fighting arena. They are there to sell guns to Sagat, a kingpin in the area. Sagat finds out that Ken and Ryu are trying to betray him by selling him bogus weapons. Sagat captures Ken and Ryu and has Ryu fight his champion Vega in the ring. The fight is about to begin when Guile comes in and arrests everybody. I thought this part was so dumb.
How does he have the power to arrest people?
What is he doing? He's not a cop. He took over the whole world. Like, he is the boss of the world. That guy, Guile. He does everything. I thought Vega was rad. To me, Vega was the best adaptation of any of the characters in the movie.
Although Vega only takes off his mask when he wins. So I don't know what he's doing with his mask
You
off.
can break his mask. There are times where you can break it.
Oh.
Yeah, in the game.
But he keeps taking it off and going, ding, and
He's
smiling.
buff. He never has a shirt on. Yeah, he has the claws just like the game. So I thought he was a good representation.
I did like how later he was like somewhere else and his claws got broken and he made new claws with like bamboo or something.
Oh, in jail. Yeah, like in jail he started like making like shivs and started using them as claws.
Like he could have just switched to a knife, but it had to be claws.
No, that's his move. That's how he fights. Guile finds out Sagat is working with Bison. To find Bison, Guile decides to infiltrate Sagat's gang so he can find the whereabouts of Bison's base and the hostages. Guile reads up on Ken and Ryu and finds out that they're hustlers, but only steal from bad guys. He calls them out of prison and tells them if they help infiltrate Sagat's gang, he would release them from prison. And what did you think of Ken and Ryu?
It was a big nothing burger.
So disappointed. As in my two favorite players to play with, Ken being my favorite and Ryu. Ken was a jerk in this movie. I hated him.
I don't even think they did anything. They didn't progress the plot very much.
No, they were not at all. They shouldn't even have been in the movie. They kind of were a way for them to find the base, but that was it.
I also think that they were just not the brightest.
Yeah, they were like dumb. They were going to sell those guns. They got caught. Like they were Nerf guns. They thought they weren't going to get caught. Like they thought they'd be out of town or something. I don't know.
And also there's a scene later where they're like in prison with Sagat, and then Sagat's like, unlock my handcuffs, and then they just do it. Like they were just fighting each other like 3 minutes ago, and it didn't take much convincing at all. He's like, oh, I'll tell you how to get out of here, and they're like, okay.
No, they were working with Guile at the time. That's why they had the transponder or the homing device. So they helped Sagat so that way they can find Bison.
But they had the keys to unlock their handcuffs.
Oh.
And they unlocked Sagat's handcuffs.
And they could have just had him take off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Ken and Ryu are being transported to another jail with the rest of the prisoners, including Sagat and Vega. Ken steals the guard's keys, and they hijack a truck and make a break for it. As they escape, Chun-Li puts a tracker on the truck. Guile tries to stop them, and Ken shoots him twice. Guile is pronounced dead on the scene. Chun-Li reports on Guile's death, and Bison laments he was unable to battle a worthy opponent. Ken shoots Guile twice, and you can see like the fake blood, right? And then the doctor on the scene, they don't use any words. He just looks at him real quick, and then he's like gone. Like he starts mimicking. He doesn't use any words, and he puts the sheet over his head. I thought that was like almost like Three Stooges. So silly. Like, no, he's dead. Like, his reaction was like, this guy doesn't speak English, like, at all.
I think
neither the actor nor the character.
I think they just didn't need to pay them. Because when an actor, they do that with extras a lot. They try and have them do like hand signals and stuff so that they don't say a line. Because if you say a line, you have to be paid more.
Well, that guy didn't get paid at all.
Yeah, I don't think he got paid.
It was just, and then they put the sheet over him, like, oh, he's dead. Like, he's dead. That was it. By the way, Guile dies 3 times in this movie. The audience and or the characters in the movie think that Guile dies 3 different times. It's so dumb. 3 times. This is number 1. I'll point out the other 2.
And for being a main character, he was dead for a lot of the movie.
He was. And here, we'll get to the next part. When he actually wakes up from being dead. Chun-Li and her news crew, Honda and Balrog, begin to track the truck and find out there's another tracker. She does some nice ninja moves and finds out that Guile is alive and is working with Ken and Ryu. So Guile stayed in the morgue the whole day, through the night. And then when she came in, he like rose from the dead. Like, what were you doing? You could have left a long time ago. You were just waiting there, laying down, taking a nap.
I also don't know why she's a ninja.
Yeah, I mean, makes her cooler, right?
I know, but still, like, I don't know why she'd be a ninja. She's a martial artist, like a fighter. She's not sneaking.
I guess it just makes her cooler. I think, you know what I mean? Like, your character gets cred, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think that'd be pretty cool. So anyways, she does some ninja moves, finds out Guile's alive, and he's working with Ken and Ryu. Chun-Li tells Guile that Bison killed her father, and she wants revenge.
Maybe he was taking a nap on the cot.
He must have. By the way he raised that was so dumb. Guile arrests her to stay out of the way, but she escapes, impressing Guile. He was like, oh, that's hot. Look at her taking off. Why would you arrest her?
I don't know.
Like, obviously, she shouldn't be there.
I think he just likes arresting people because someone gave him this power. I
guess so. Okay, he was the dictator. I think it's Guile. At a black market bazaar, Sagat and Bison are making a gun deal. Chun-Li and her crew do a dance to distract the villains to plant bombs on the weapons. She plans to roll the bomb into the tent and blow them all to pieces. Ken likes Chun-Li and follows her to the tent, where she knocks him out. Ryu follows and gets knocked out too. Chun-Li tells him the plan and lets them go.
This is very Rapunzel-esque, where she just knocks them out and then they just wake up and he's like, all right, here's what we're going to do.
And what did Ken think, like following her to her tent? You know, I mean, she gave him the eye, like, hey, hot stuff like that. She was like flirting with him. I think it was all a trap to knock him out, right? But
I don't know. I would never follow anyone into like a dark alleyway.
Well, Ryu, I get, because he followed Ken, right? He's like, hey,
yeah.
Ken, where's my buddy? And knocked out too.
I don't know. He didn't see him though.
Yeah, how did he know to look into that tent?
He just went, Ken? Where'd you go, Ken? And then just started walking around. And he just so happened to like, let me go into this tent mysteriously.
This must be where Ken is.
I smell him.
Sagat and Bison's gun deal goes sideways when Bison tries to buy the weapons with Bison bucks. I like that. They square up. That's so silly.
I also wonder the $20 million.
$20 billion.
$20 billion. Did he expect that in Bison bucks? Or like what currency did he want that in? Because it's the whole world and him. So like what
Gold.
Currency?
Oh, he said pounds. 20 billion pounds.
Oh.
He does ask for British. The thing that cracks me up about the Bison bucks is just so over the top ridiculous. At the time, 1994, 20 billion was like, that's so much money. Nobody would get. And now people are billionaires.
Yeah.
You know? So now it actually matches the time period where maybe a terrorist would ask for $20 billion. But anyways, he doesn't get Bison bucks. They square up to fight and Ken and Ryu walk in. Ken rats out Chun-Li and everyone escapes before the bomb gets to them. Bison captures Chun-Li and her crew and they go back to base. Bison recruits Ken and Ryu into his gang because they saved him from the bomb. Chun-Li spits on Ken. Honda and Balrog are tortured, and Chun-Li is taken to Bison's room where he plans to seduce her. Meanwhile, Guile knows where the base is and plans his attack by sea. He will go first in an attack boat to destroy the radar, and his army will follow. As he addresses his troops, the brass come in and cancel the mission. Their plan is to pay Bison off. Guile says nope, and takes off in his boat, and his army follows.
I think that they should do a submarine and then just turn the radio off. Like use a map or something.
Oh, to get to the base?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they could have shot the radar from the like torpedoes from the submarine.
Uh-huh.
The funny part of this is he took off on that boat, and that boat had Colonel Guile on the side. It was written on the side of the boat. Like, what are you talking about? That's not your boat, Guile. The guy is the dictator. I think he actually is the president of Shadowloo.
I thought that all boat names were not real people.
No, it's not. I mean, it's like, this is my boat. It has my name on it. Someone on the crew thought that was a good idea. Let's put the name on this boat. And I just thought, how can you take a movie seriously? I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. And I thought it was pretty funny, though. I don't know. In Bison's room, Chun-Li's dressed all sexy, which is kind of her costume from the video game, right?
Yeah.
Except it's red, not blue.
Yeah, and the thing is blue. And her wrist cuffs are actually, she was handcuffed, but the like cuffs had spikes, and then when she broke it, then she just still had the spikes on, and then that's in her costume.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Because it's supposed to, the spikes in her outfit, even though most of her outfit is traditional Chinese, that the spikes are supposed to be like the rock and roll aspect of her character.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see that. That's actually a pretty smart little move right there to kind of get it there.
Without someone just putting on her wrist cuffs for her.
Bison makes his move and she begins beating him up. By the way, he changes into like a smoking jacket, like a robe. He changes his hat. Like he's like, first he imprisons her, right? She hates him. And then he's like, she'll make out with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to romance her. that was cheesy.
I don't think that he thought she was gonna fall in love.
Then why are you changing to your like best looking gear?
No, I think he was just gonna force her to do whatever he wanted.
I agree, but it didn't seem like he seemed to be trying to seduce her, right? Not just trying to like assault her.
I don't know about that.
Meanwhile, Ken and Ryu put on their goon uniforms, which are their traditional video game gis. So everybody's getting into their video game clothes. They go to help Honda and Balrog escape. The team all go to see Chun-Li, but their intrusion acts as a distraction, and Bison escapes, hides, and deploys gas, knocking them all out. She had him too. She was going to kill him. He was beating him up, which is funny because later on he has like a pretty good fight with Guile, but she was mopping the floor with him. It wasn't even close. He couldn't get a hit in. She was just destroying him.
Yeah, maybe he just wasn't fighting back. Like, he was too stunned to fight back. Like, he was just confused. Because he said before, he was like, oh, like, you're not a threat. Like, you don't know how to fight. like, I know you don't know how to fight, or else you would have saved your dad before. And then she had trained all that time. So maybe it was the idea, like, oh, like...
She got him off. She got him by surprise, kind
of? But still, like, after a while, he should start fighting back.
No, she was tough. She was kicking his bum. So, Guile's getting closer in his boat. He takes out the radar and the rest of the army follow. Bison starts countermeasures on his console and eventually blows Guile out of the water. Dead number 2. This is the second time Guile dies. Chun-Li and the crew watch on sadly. Meanwhile, Dalsum changes the programming and adds messages of love to help Blanca. Bison's guard finds out and attacks Dalsum. In the scuffle, Blanca gets out and stops the guard. Alright, so now we have Blanca being a sweet guy watching puppy videos on YouTube.
It would be funny if Blanca came out and then he just started giving people hugs.
Yeah, like teddy bears. The ANF, led by Cammy and T-Hawk, begin to sneak onto the base. Guile, who survived the boat's destruction, gets into the base and finds Blanca's room and pod. He sees Blanca and is saddened to see his friend's transformation. Guile gets ready to shoot him, but Dalsum stops him and tells him that he has a capacity for good. Blanca and Dalsum leave.
I don't see why he needs to shoot him.
Why would you kill him?
He was just like, well, I'm so sorry for you, buddy. Time to die. Like,
got
what?
The gun out. He had his finger on the trigger, and then Dalsum saved him. Like, it was over. He was going to kill him.
I didn't understand that at all.
And he had stopped the bad guy. He wasn't attacking Guile. Like, he was okay. He started to realize that, oh, what happened to me? I don't know what's going on.
He was like crying. He's like, oh, I'm so... And then he's like, what happened to you, buddy? Oh, I'll end your suffering.
Yeah, I'll take care of you. Oh my goodness. That's so dumb. Anyways, Blanca doesn't die. Well, at least not at this point in the movie. Cammy and T-Hawk are players from the Super Street Fighters. We never played that game. But there are 4 new characters in the Super Street Fighter series. You have Cammy, T-Hawk, DJ, and Fei Long. DJ's in the movie. He's one of the bad guys. He's like the tech bad guy. And Fei Long didn't make it to the movie. He got 15 out of 16 characters. He left 1 out.
Maybe we saw he was there and we didn't see him.
Maybe. The time runs out on the hostages and Bison plants a sick Blanca on them to kill them. He calls up Blanca's pod, but it's surprised when Guile comes out and kicks him in the face. Chun-Li and the crew break free and the battle begins. Balrog and Chun-Li go looking to save the hostages, and Honda and Zangief get into an epic battle. Ryu goes to help out, but Ken wants money, so they part ways. Why would Ken be so greedy? He was upset that he didn't get anything out of it, so he went to the safe to try to get any money he could. And they're buddies. Ken and Ryu? They're supposed to be ride or dies.
It was also a very short-lived thing. Like, they reunited like 3 minutes later.
Well, because Ryu got tag teamed, and he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to hang.
I know, but still, I don't know what it added to the story.
It didn't. You're right. If that didn't happen, it would have been just as good if those two just went to go help out and then they got attacked by Sagat and Vega. Vega would have thought he could beat them both because he thought he was better. You know what I mean? That he was the champion. So it didn't make sense that Ken turns, he becomes kind of a bad guy, right? He's like, nah, I'm here for the money. So yeah, I thought that was pretty dumb. And once again, Ken's my favorite character. So
and I also would have just ran.
Try to get away.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't go back into the line of fire. What if someone changes their mind?
And you don't have a weapon. They have guns. The soldiers on the Shadowloo side were all good. So, yeah, you're right.
And, like, why does everyone have guns? I thought they all had fireballs. Like, why aren't they using their fireballs?
No fireballs in this movie. Guile and Bison fight. Bison's killed, but his suit resuscitates him and gives him electromagnetic powers. The ANF begin to take over the base. Meanwhile, Ken goes looking for gold and sees that Ryu is being attacked by Sagat and Vega. He goes and joins his friend in the fight. Ken and Ryu get the upper hand and knock Sagat and Vega out.
Bison's whole like floating suit thing is very Eggman-ish. And he also reminded me of a character from OKKO, Lord Boxman.
With the moves he was doing?
No, it's just that kind of evil overlord guy that just has all this technology and is just kind of there.
Ah, okay. And he does the move from the video game, the flying electrical move. So that's something that happens in the video game. Bison becomes incredibly powerful and begins beating up Guile. Bison does his flying attacks several times. Finally, Guile counters and Bison crashes and explodes. Cammy joins with Chun-Li and Balrog and they save the hostages. The base is about to explode and Zangief switches sides to help the good guys. Guile tries to save Blanca before the explosion. Dalsum says they will stay together in the base. Everyone gets out except Guile as the base explodes. Third time Guile gets killed. The crew celebrate the victory, but are sad Guile's dead. Then all of a sudden Guile comes out and everyone cheers. Bison Strips are arrested, and Ken and Ryu stay back in Shadaloo to help set the country straight. Chun-Li asks Guile for an interview, and he agrees. The credits roll, and we find out that Bison is still alive. The end.
You should have taken him out of the suit.
Yeah, the suit brought him back to life twice, I guess. That suit's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I don't understand it. All the things that happened to him happened to the suit. It's not like it's indestructible.
The suit is indestructible. It has electromagnetic powers, and that's why he's so unbelievably stoppable. Could this movie still be made today?
Probably not.
All right. What do you got in there? What do you got some notes you want to share with me?
The first one was that M. Bison was a little like Hitler-esque.
Okay, yeah.
First, all of his supporters had a salute where they touch their heart and then they fully extend their arm.
Okay.
Which was a little concerning to me.
Nazi-esque.
And then calling concentration pit.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's the concentration pit.
Wow.
Where they put everyone's like sick down there. They whip everyone. And they put Chun-Li in a gas chamber. Yeah,
that's true. They did.
So I think all of those things were very Nazi-esque. Yeah. I don't know if that was really necessary.
Yeah.
Especially the way that they refer to things, like calling it a concentration pit with like all the useless members of society. The salute wasn't necessary.
See, that's why I think the movie, when it was made, took itself seriously. If you don't take it seriously now, I think you could enjoy it. Because those are the kind of things where you're like, no, they really want you to think this guy is a terrible dictator.
Yeah.
You know? And I read that the guy, Raul Julia, that he passed away right after the movie had cancer. And that he looked at like film of Stalin, Hitler, and like dictators like that and like their mannerisms and copied it so that way he could be ready for the role.
So it really is based on Hitler?
I don't remember. I know I said Stalin, but he said it, other dictators as well. So I bet you Hitler. Like the way Stalin held his hand. Then he would hold his hand the same way, kind of thing like that.
Yeah, so I felt that was not necessary for... I guess they thought it was serious, but it's not that serious a movie, so it's not necessary. Yeah.
It's a video game movie, right? Like you were saying, like it's a video game movie with people doing like fireballs in the air. Like you can have a little bit of fun, yeah.
I also think there's lots of problem with like Chun-Li. Throughout the movie, there's 3 guys that are all hitting on her. There's Ken, there's Guile, and then there's Bison.
Yeah.
Ken, to Chun-Li's, he's like, oh, you're a boxer, you're a sumo wrestler, and you figure skating? Like, that didn't make any sense. That was just kind of rude.
Yeah, just she's a cutie pie, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, like, oh, you're too pretty.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of rude to do that. Bison's whole take Chun-Li to my chamber, we'll give her a private interview.
Sure.
Situation was not ideal.
No, I don't know. I think he was evil. And then him like changing his jacket to put on like pajama jacket. Like that's not evil anymore. That's just silly.
That's what I'm saying. It's the like Eggman level of goofiness. Like just an evil master.
Yeah, it's true. And he monologued a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't write any of it because it's just too much.
So to have a character that's having very Hitler-esque characteristics, but also like changing into like a robe to like talk to one of his refugees, I don't know if it goes together that well.
You're right. Yeah.
And then for Cammy, she's wearing like a whole military uniform. Then they switch to another thing to do it, and then they switch it back and her shirt's off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's like just wearing the blue tank top in the show. Like, where did her clothes go? Like, they were like, oh, get the clothes off her as soon as possible.
So they don't show that it gets burned or anything like that.
No, it's just like, oh.
Because there's the scene where they take Ryu's shirt off. But someone takes it off of him.
And then later, Ryu takes his own shirt off. And I'm like, why do we keep taking Ryu's shirt off? Give him a shirt.
It's fit. He looks good.
So I feel like we're just trying to make people more naked. We're trying to make Cammy more naked. We're trying to make Ryu more naked.
Well, Cammy is wearing her uniform. That's her costume in the game. So I get that. But Ryu wears the shirt in the game. He doesn't take off his shirt in the game.
But they could have made some explanation for Cam.
Like
they switched to her and I was like, whoa, where are her clothes at?
When T-Hawk put on a bandana. It came out of nowhere. That's funny. Anything else?
Oh, and because I did one for Ken, one for Bison, and then for Guile, he says yes to the interview only if you wear that dress.
Oh yeah, he was totally, and he puts his hand on her chin. That's like when you put like your thumb and your forefinger underneath someone's chin. It's kind of like you're gonna kiss them, or like you do that to a little kid. Like it's kind of like a demeaning move, and he does that to her at that scene as well.
And I don't understand their whole situation because I feel like they were trying to make it a romance between Chun-Li and Guile, but it didn't really amount to anything because they had her they showed her all like depressed when he fake died the first time.
Yeah.
Like
she
depression,
cried.
She was crying.
That's so what he did. He grabbed her chin and said, "Are you crying?" He's like, "No." Or something like that. That's why he did that. No, but
the first time when he got shot in the blood packet.
Oh, okay.
She was depressed for that too. And then when she leaves the place, that he's like, "Wow, she's so awesome. Like that's a woman right there." I think that's what he says. And I don't know why they're doing this like back and forth situation with them.
It is weird. You could tell he's into her. I guess you would say she cares for him, okay, because she's worried about him dying and all that, but she didn't seem to. I thought because when she did her like dance to like lure Ken out, I thought that was all not her flirting with him. That's her like using her dance to knock him out.
Yeah, that was trapping him. Yeah. But also, why did Ken have to also be in love with her?
It didn't make any sense. Well, you could see, I would say Guile, because the way Guile talked, he was just, "Hey, I'm just the man. Listen to me, I'm cool." And then Ken was just a dirtbag. I think he was sleazy.
Yeah.
And so it made sense for him. And then Bison, who knows? You would think a guy like Bison wouldn't want to try to hook up with anyone. He's just trying to take over the world.
But I do think that's a popular trope. Like the hero likes the girl, but the villain is like trying to steal the girl.
Yeah.
It's a very Mario Bowser-esque situation.
Sure.
That's a trope for sure. Why is Ken there? Like, he's not a part of this trope.
Yeah. He's not, like you
There's
said,
no room for him.
He's a nothing burger. He doesn't even do anything in the story.
So that didn't make sense to me.
Anything else?
No.
Does it pass the Bechdel test?
Yeah.
It passes the Bechdel test. Bechdel test is a test to check for female representation in a movie. There are 3 criteria. Criteria number 1, are there 2 or more named females?
Yeah.
What are they?
Chun-Li and Cammy.
So if you think of the video game, the first Street Fighter 2, 8 characters, all boys, 1 girl. The second, the championship, is 12 characters, 11 boys, 1 girl. They added 4 boys. And then the next series, 16 characters, but they added a new girl. So it's 2 girls now, Cammy and Chun-Li. Criteria number 2, do they talk to each other?
I know that they talk to each other once at the end where like Cammy's crying and they're all crying and they're like sad. And then they talk to each other inside the like base thingy.
Okay. Criteria number 3, they talk to each other about anything other than a man.
Yeah. Chun-Li goes to Cammy and goes pigtails. And then Cammy goes, "Speak for yourself." And because Chun-Li's also wearing like 2 buns. And then she goes, "I forgot," because she was forced into that getup.
Yeah, she didn't choose that getup. They probably did makeup on her. They had a hair person there. They dressed her up all crazy.
I also kind of didn't like that scene either, because Chun-Li's supposed to be this like cool, strong woman. Like, why do they have her putting down another woman for something like feminine?
Oh, like pigtails?
Like pigtails. Like what are you doing? Like,
maybe it was a tease. Like she's just teasing her. Pigtails?
I know, but it just seemed kind of odd.
Especially if that's the only thing they ever say to each other.
Yeah. Like the only thing that the two women say to each other is like demeaning each other.
Put down. Yeah. So it does pass the Bechdel test. Anything else before you finish the pod?
No.
Real quick, who do you think was the best representation of the video game?
Probably E-Honda
That's what I was going to say.
or Zangief.
Both great ones. E-Honda was big and strong. He looked strong, right? Like E-Honda in the video game is strong. And he's big. Although he's a Samoan character and he's a Japanese character in the video game. He's a Samoan character.
I even wrote that on the note. I'm like, is this guy like Samoan? He looks very Polynesian too.
Yeah, but he was a sumo wrestler, so it does fit the bill. And Zangief look exactly, even had the hairy chest and in the right shape as the video game.
And also that kind of like just fight mentality. That's kind of how I see him in the game too.
Yeah, just brutish. I loved it. I thought Chun-Li was cool. I hated Guile. Then he's just so dumb. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And he also didn't have the hair going on.
No, he didn't have the mohawk. I mean, not the mohawk, the flat top. I hated Ken. Ryu was okay.
I also hated how Ken didn't have long hair. That's kind of his thing. And also, he had similar hair to Guile, so I was getting a little confused at some points.
Yeah. Balrog was cool. He did have the haircut, so it matches the video game. Vega. I'm going to say Vega was the best. Yeah, I think he was the best. Him and Honda.
I think it's E-Honda. That's one thing I'm
Bonker.
a little disappointed about for the new movie. In the little teaser, E-Honda doesn't really look like a sumo wrestler. He just looks like another bodybuilder.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. I'm happy that we watched this movie, even though not many people enjoyed it back in the day. But watching it again, I did enjoy it. It looks like you enjoyed it pretty much as well. All right, anything else?
No.
Thank you for tuning in to Papi Approved Movies.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast app or like our podcast on YouTube. If you watched till the end of today's episode, comment down below a peace sign emoji.
We put out an episode twice a month.
If you want to see extra podcast content, follow our TikTok at Papi Approved Movies.
If you want to suggest a movie for us to watch and critique,
email us at papiapprovedmovies@gmail.com.
that's papiapprovedmovies@gmail.com. No spaces, no caps.
We'll try our best to get to your suggestion. And remember, it has to be PG-13.
I'm Papi.
And I'm Natalie.
See you next time.
Bye.